I'm Laura Trump coming to you from my home in New York. Day by day, more and more Americans are going back to work, producing a great American comeback. Joining me is real estate expert and founder of the Campins Company, my friend Katrina Campins. Katrina, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Laura, for having me. Great to see you. You look beautiful as always.
Oh, well, right back at you, ma'am. So, Katrina, despite the doubts of everyone on the left, President Trump was right about a fast economic comeback as we had soaring job growth for 2 straight months now. What are your thoughts about the economic recovery we've seen, people getting back to work? Tell me what you think about everything.
So, President Trump made this economy great, and he's going to do it again. 4.8 million jobs were added in June, which is a record for U.S. history for a 1 month job growth. One thing that many people are not discussing, which is my industry, which is the real estate industry. We're beginning to see real estate help our recovery. And what do I mean by that? People are buying homes, they're relocating, they're understanding the importance of home space. And part of that is because President Trump removed so many regulations, so much red tape that was inflicted into the industry by the Obama administration. He's removed all of that so that builders can go back out there, they can build, their costs go down, and we're beginning to see a lot of new home starts, more in red states than in blue states, which again is very indicative of what's happening here. We're also beginning to see a lot of people relocate from blue states to red states. So I've said it again, and some people don't like it when I say it, but if you're going to move to the red states, make sure that you still vote red, because we don't want those states to be changed. There's a reason that you're relocating.
Yeah, I mean, they're desperate, Katrina, the Democrats, to do anything they can to try and halt this economic recovery. They don't want people going back to real life, because as great as that would be for this country and as much as it would help all Americans, it would be good for Donald Trump. And we know they can't have that happen. They always root against our country at all turns, especially when they think it'll hurt the president. President Trump commented about Joe Biden's new economic plan in the Rose Garden. Take a look at this.
Joe Biden gave a speech in which he said that the core of his economic agenda is a hard left crusade against American energy. He wants to kill American energy. He wants to re-enter the unfair, one-sided Paris Climate Accord, which will destroy us, at the expense of many other nations who benefit. It was actually drawn, in my opinion, to take advantage of the United States, just like so many other deals are done to take advantage of the fools running the United States. But this would do nothing for the environment, but would cripple American industry while greatly helping China.
So, Katrina, what do you think about an economic plan that copies ideas from the president and calls for destroying our energy sector?
Well, it's really sad that, again, the Democrats hate Donald Trump so much that they are willing to sacrifice the United States of America, because that's what's happening, in order to just get back at him and not get him reelected. What President Trump has done for our country is phenomenal. What Joe Biden wants to do is basically destroy the United States of America. What he's proposing as far as the energy plan is going to destroy hardworking jobs, which is the American dream ultimately. But one thing that's really just affecting me tremendously during this time is just seeing my parents who came from Castro's regime.
Yeah.
And they're in their 60s and 70s, and it gives me the chills because they're watching the news and they're crying. They're really upset because this reminds them so much of how socialism and communism started in Cuba. And it's like they're having flashbacks, they're reliving the past. And what people don't realize, and it's so frightening that they don't realize it because it's right in front of their eyes, is how they're inflicting fear and how they're controlling us one bit at a time. And before you know it, if President Trump does not get elected, I am really fearful of what's going to happen to the United States of America, the best country in the world. It's really frightening.
Wow, that's a very interesting insight there, Katrina, that your parents are saying there are parallels to what the left and what the mainstream media has been doing in this country currently and what happened in Cuba to them under Fidel Castro. That is absolutely terrifying, by the way. You're right. And I hope people are paying attention out there. I think there's a big problem because our schools have not been teaching what socialism is to the kids in the country right now. They really have no idea how bad it could get. But I'm sure your parents could tell them a thing or two about how absolutely devastating to a country, devastating to every freedom we know socialism and communism could be. People better pay attention. They better wake up, and they better vote the right way on November 3rd. And I want to ask you, because Katrina, you've known President Trump for a very long time. Tell the people at home why this president is the absolute best for our economy, the absolute best for our freedoms, why it's vital that he is reelected on November 3rd.
Well, as you mentioned, Laura, I've known now President Trump for 2 decades, and he has always loved the United States of America. He loves the freedom here. He loves the American people. He doesn't have a filter, which I love, because you're not tippy-toeing around the issues. It is what it is. And we all need to be aware that they're trying to strip our freedom away from us. What President Trump did when he was running the Trump Organization was amazing to watch. And let's not forget that he employs so many women. So
That's
people
right.
attack me all the time. How can you be a woman? How can you be a conservative woman and support President Trump? I support him because I saw firsthand what he did for women, what he did to empower women time and time again, and what he's done for this country. And honestly, I think about him and I pray for him all the time, because I can't imagine being his age, sleeping 4 hours a night, and constantly being attacked the way that he's being attacked day and night.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. And that just confirms to me that he was God sent and that we need to get him reelected. We need to go out there and vote. Our future is at stake.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Well, you know him in a way that many people never will, and I'm so happy that you shared that with people, that this is a man who has always stood up, always put the right person in place for the job. It didn't matter what that individual looked like. A woman actually built Trump Tower. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But it's very refreshing, I think, for people to hear those things, because we do get tired of the fake news media out there, Katrina. So thank you, as always, for joining us. Thanks for all that you do out there. Stay safe, and we hope to see you back here with us very, very soon.
Thanks so much, Lauren. I just want to say that the family, in addition to President Trump, is one of the main reasons why he is, standing strong. So thank you so much for everything and all the sacrifices that you are making. I've known you all for so long, and your class acts in every way, shape, or form, and your humility is what stands out above the rest. So thank you.
That's so nice. Well, thank you, and we'll see you back here soon.
Thanks, Lauren.
As more and more Americans return to work, President Trump will continue to lead us to a great American comeback. That's the real news for today. If you'd like to get involved with Team Trump, go to DonaldJTrump.com or download the official Trump 2020 app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. I'm Lara Trump, coming to you from my home in New York. Thanks for joining us, everybody.